It is week 2 of the high school football season, and tonight could be an instant classic. Two of the top teams in the state of Indiana ready to do battle here at Marian University. Brownsburg, fresh off their win last week over Fort Wayne Dwenger 45-13, and the Fighting Irish of Cathedral, a huge win over Ben Davis last week 24-6. Both teams in just about every poll there is ranked either 1 or 2 or in the top 5. And we're looking forward to this one here tonight. Troy Darengowski, John Lester with you. It's a warm night. That'll be a key here tonight, John. We're talking about temperature around 95, 96 degrees. I'm sure that heat index is going down a little bit because we have some cloud cover and the sun is going down. But these players have been battling the heat all week long to get ready for tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And at about 15, 20 degrees down there on the field level, it is just burning up out there tonight. So, looking forward to this matchup. And before we talk about this, I want to say congratulations to you on 40 years of broadcasting. That is simply outstanding.
Thank you very much.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
Oh, bless your heart. That means later on he's going to make sure those FedEx jets aren't flying over my house at 1 o'clock in the morning. But we'll talk more about that a little bit later. We've had already some big games here in the first week of the season, and we'll get a chance to talk about a lot of those games as we go throughout the night. None was really bigger than Cathedral and Ben Davis. As we were doing our game last week, and people are telling us about that game, and we're watching the score updates, kind of caught us a little bit by surprise. Ben Davis, state champions in 6A, and Cathedral basically took care of them in every manner there was.
Yeah, that was pretty much, Cathedral pretty much dominated that game from the beginning against the defending 6A champions, as you said. So, Ben Davis, Cathedral looking like they're going to be definitely one to watch in 6A football this year.
No doubt about that. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about this Brownsburg team, and then we'll get a scout on the Fighting Irish of Cathedral as well. But Brownsburg, again, they pick up a win last week over Fort Wayne Dwenger, 45-13. John Hart is their head coach. He's been around a long time. They're undoubtedly going to be in the mix when the whole thing is said at the end of the season. But a big win last week. They had to replace a lot of good players from a year ago. Talk about what you see in Brownsburg.
Yeah, definitely a strong team again here in 6A, losing their quarterback last year, playing right actually here at Marian College here, but went with 3 quarterbacks. I think Coach Hart wanted to see what he had in the 3 quarterbacks. IHSAA Stevens and Oscar Fry both throwing for over 100 yards. Fry throwing for 3 touchdowns last week. So, really like what I see out of this Brownsburg offense last week. Yeah,
not only, and you look at the numbers, they were not huge in that win. I mean, bottom line is you won 45-13, so that leads me to believe they played with a short field quite a bit throughout the night. But they can throw the football. You mentioned that. They can run the football, and they got a guy last week only carried 10 times. Sumter Bay should be very fresh going into this one here tonight.
Yeah, averaging about 9 yards a carry last week on those 10 carries as well. But, Sumter Bay, I really like what I saw out of the running game out of him. Liked what I saw out of Brady Lewis. He didn't get a whole lot of carries either, but got a good chunky yardage for Brownsburg. So, very, very balanced for Brownsburg on the offensive side.
Yeah, and you talk about a good defense, too, and we know what a good defense will do. The reason I bring that up is you look at a team like Warren Central. I mean, they didn't score a whole lot last week, but they shut the team down that they played, and they've got all these guys that are going to LSU and all these other big schools, and you can see why. But this defense for Brownsburg is very talented as well. Last week, 6 tackles for loss, and they spread it out between several different players. Nobody really stood out, but it was really a good team effort.
Yeah, the defense, and as I always say, good defense leads to great offense. So if you can get your defense out there on the field, get them off the field pretty quick, and give your offense that chance to stay out there, it really leads to great things for you.
All right, when we come back, we're going to talk about Cathedral. Again, the big win. This is a home game for them here tonight. It is their senior night as well, so a lot of emotions going into that this early in the season. We'll talk about the Fighting Irish next here on IndianaSRN.
To you. faithfully standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
Back here at Marian University as we're getting ready for this top 5 matchup between these two teams. And, well, I tell you what, Cathedral made a lot of headlines, as we said, with that win over Ben Davis last week. And Jalen Bonds had a heck of a night. They ended up, I think, over the entire game, 344 yards of total offense. Just a efficient game, but their defense again was big.
Yeah, Cathedral taking it to Ben Davis. Both sides of the ball just absolutely shut down that Ben Davis offense from that state championship team last year. Like you said, Jalen Bonds had the great game, 268 yards rushing for Cathedral last week as a team. Didn't do a whole lot of passing, but really didn't need it with that running game like it was last week.
What was also amazing about what they did last week, they lose their quarterback who ends up at San Diego State, and I thought he was as pure of a passer, Danny O'Neal, as you're going to see in high school football, and I understand he's getting a chance to maybe start out there for San Diego State this year. So they have to go without him, who's been a starter for the last couple of years, but Cameron Coors did a pretty good job. I know he threw an interception, didn't throw a whole lot last week, but they didn't have to because they were able to run the football.
Yeah, the running game kept Coors not having to, but still completed over 50% of his passes, so he did some good things out there, and I think we're going to see him put the ball in the air a lot more in this one here tonight against this Brownsburg defense.
Are you anticipating, I know we'll have keys to the game a little bit later, you anticipating, listen, if they can get Bonds going, just Bonds. I mean, he carried the football last week 25 times. I would imagine you might see that many tonight.
I almost guarantee Coach Hart in Brownsburg was really scouting Bonds last week. He's going to have his defense really like, we're going to have to go after Bonds because he was half their offense basically last week for Cathedral. You know he is zeroing in on Bonds right there.
You know, when you look at also the defense there for Cathedral holding Ben Davis, I say holding 316 yards, but that's generally an offense for Ben Davis going to rack up 400 or 500 yards a game. For them to do 316 is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, against a team like Ben Davis. And yeah, so I look forward to what I see. I'm looking forward to what I'm seeing out of this game here tonight. Should be a fantastic ball game here tonight.
Well, one thing about their defense, too, speaking of Cathedral, nobody really stood out big last week. I know that Jack Gauze had 8 total tackles, 5 solos in that contest, but they, too, had a complete team effort. Nobody really stood out big.
Yeah, definitely. And we were talking about Hart looking at Jalen Bonds, but Dangerfield had a great rushing game last week as well. So, you know, they're going to throw him in there. And so, yeah, Coach Hart is like going to be focusing right on that running game that put up almost 300 yards last week.
You know, the one thing we should mention, too, about this Cathedral football team, it is a reload, kind of like Brownsburg. Everybody just kind of reloads. But I'll be anxious to see, again, back to Danny O'Neal. This is a young man who over the last couple of years was big, but last year almost 3,000 yards of total offense just for him alone. How do you replace that?
Well, yeah, obviously you can't. I mean, yeah, Connor, and likewise what I saw with Coors, I liked last week, so I think it's just going to be game by game with this quarterback and for Coach Peebles. So, yeah, we'll see what he has with Coors, and like I say, I think you're going to see him pass the ball more than 17 times tonight, so we'll see how he does against this Brownsburg defense.
Well, and you lose a tight end like Zach Meeks, who is, by the way, playing his college football at Miami, Ohio. Keith Long is at Butler, 2 guys that were 39 and 50 receptions, respectively, last year. And then, of course, on defense, Jackson Weingart. Talk about a guy who's going to be tough to replace. 13 tackles for loss, 6.5 sacks. He is playing his college football at Army, and they have several other players that went on to play at the next level as well. So it isn't like they didn't have to replace some big-time players, because they did, but it seems like they've kind of filled in the slots.
Definitely mission accomplished if that Ben Davis game was any indication last week for this Cathedral defense. So, yeah, we'll see what they do. Brownsburg is going to present a tough test on offense, though, and we'll see how they respond here. Because I guarantee you, Coach Peebles had told us, the Cathedral team, all right, we're going to be on a high after beating Ben Davis, but Monday it's back to work. So I don't think you're going to see that as a factor at all.
And you're talking about 2 very good coaches, too. Talk a little bit about what we have here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, 60 years of coaching experience between Coach Hart and Coach Peebles. And so, yeah, combined 400 461 wins here. I mean, just deans of high school football right here on these two sides.
It's one of the big games tonight, and we'll see how this thing plays out. I know keys to the game are coming up a little bit later, but off the top, you expecting a low-scoring game or a high-scoring game?
I think we're going to have a shootout like we had last year. 76 points combined between these two teams. I do expect a little bit of a shootout tonight.
Okay, we're going to find out, and of course, we're only about 3-4 minutes away from kickoff time here tonight. When we come back, we will get things underway in just a little bit. We'll have the kickoff right around the corner. We'll talk about some of the other games that are going on tonight here on IndianaSRN as well. And there are other big games going on around the state. Believe it or not, it's only week 2. And we've already seen just so many good games already here in the state of Indiana. I'm expecting more again tonight.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be scoreboard watching just like you are tonight to see if we can get some good ones like we had last week.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And, of course, throughout the night, we'll also be sending your way not only score updates, but later on we'll certainly talk about some of those finals. And then reminder, if you don't want to stay up late tonight, we'll have all the finals on the sports page coming up tomorrow morning. Plus, don't forget, college football started yesterday. More games tonight, and then IU, Purdue, Notre Dame all playing coming up tomorrow. Should be a great weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to have my remote right next to me all day tomorrow watching college football, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So it's a great weekend if you love football. It's a little bit warm tonight, I know that, but the fans, you talked about that a little bit ago, John, give them credit because they're out here. I think the ones on the other side from Brownsburg are glad that sun has gone down because they were baking earlier.
Yeah, I give kudos to these fans. A great crowd out here tonight despite the 95-degree heat. But, yeah, they're fighting it out here like troopers.
By the way, we'll also, if we get a chance, we're going to talk, if we can round him up, the AD for Marian University will be here, we hope. They've done a lot of great things here at Marian University. They've got a great athletic program, and I know Steve Downing is very proud of what they've been able to do.
Yeah, definitely. If you looked at the preseason poll, they're preseason number 7 in the NAIA poll. And so, yeah, getting a lot of great things, getting fall sports season underway. Hopefully we'll have a chance to talk to them about that.
We'll come back, kickoff on the way right here on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
Back once again here at Marian University. It's a home game tonight for the Fighting Irish of Cathedral. High school football on IndianaSRN, brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer and has been since 1955. Passion to care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction as well as metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Burtner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group. We're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Northwestern Mutual, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Labor's District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. And the IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page daily with updated sports news coast to coast. Go to IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. Time for keys to this one here this evening. You kind of let the cat out of the bag a little bit ago. You're expecting a shootout in this one. Let's talk first off about Brownsburg. They're on the road here tonight. Big crowd. All of us can see that. The ones that are here, we're talking about, I don't know if there's a seat left. So they're going to have a really big crowd here for Cathedral. What does Brownsburg have to do?
Well, I think first of all they're going to be focused on that running game, and it's going to be Stevens going to try to take over here early on, I think, and it's going to be very, very important for Brownsburg. And I think Coach Hart's going to say this: they want to jump out to a quick start because we saw what that Cathedral defense did last week against Ben Davis. They do not want to get themselves in an early hole in this game.
All right, now let's talk about the Fighting Irish, as you said, and I think it's very good. Come Monday, you kind of forget about the Ben Davis game as hard as everybody's trying to, hey, listen, you guys did great last week. You beat the defending champs, but now they got to forget it. What do you expect here?
Yeah, definitely. And I think, we saw Coors last week, didn't get a whole lot. He's going to have to put up a little bit more. He's going to have to do a little bit more in the passing game this week because I guarantee you, like we talked about in the pregame, Coach Hart for Brownsburg was really focusing on that running game that Cathedral put against Ben Davis. So they're going to have to get a little bit more out of the passing game, I think, tonight.
All right, by the way, there are some milestones that can be perhaps met or surpassed tonight in high school football, especially when you talk about coaches. Let's talk about Central Indiana. Mike Gillen out of Mooresville looking for his 366th win. I always remind myself how many bus rides that is. That's a lot of bus rides.
That's a lot of bus rides, that's for sure.
John Hart, by the way, tonight going for 337. Eric Moore at Center Grove is going for 296. Dave Pash of Indianapolis Lutheran, he may never lose again. He's at 218. They, by the way, have won 44 straight games at Indianapolis Lutheran.
We were talking to Lutheran in the game we did last week. That's a team that, of course, they move up to 2A this year, but they look like they have not lost a beat, and they're one of those teams they do not regroup. They reload year in and year out for that Lutheran team. No
doubt about it. Darren Fisher of Whiteland going for win number 199, and Mike Kirshner of Warren Central going for 157 in their games here tonight. Captains meeting at midfield, and we're a moments away from this one. Hot is the name of the game here tonight, but I tell you what, I'm enthused about the crowd here. They could have easily stayed home and said it's too hot, but they're here.
Yeah, kudos to all of them. And you said I don't see an empty seat down there. So, yeah, kudos for them fighting this heat. Thankfully, we're seeing the clouds block the sun here a little bit, so hopefully that'll cool things off considerably down there for these players.
See the captains meeting there at midfield, and we're moments away from getting this started here tonight. And one of the big early games, and anytime you talk about these two programs, is Cathedral has deferred to the second half. It's just like every week it's like this, though. I mean, it'd be fun to follow these two teams all season long.
I was actually talking to somebody at work about this game this week, this Brownsburg Cathedral game, and he says, and I said the same thing, this could be the first of two matchups between these two teams this year, because you could very well see these two teams playing at Lucas Oil Stadium at the end of the season.
I'd like to be a college coach, too.
Absolutely.
You have so many great athletes on two teams, it'd be easy, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so Brownsburg will get the football first. They will be in their all whites in the Fighting Irish. Again, a home matchup here tonight at Marian University. They'll be in their black tops or dark blue tops and the gold pants. So we're ready to go. Should be a fun one here tonight. Thanks for being with us as always here on IndianaSRN.
And the student section over here at Cathedral already hyped up over there, waving their flag.
And it's got to be, as we mentioned earlier, a jersey night, because everybody's got a jersey on. Two deep men for Brownsburg. One of those will be number 11, Drew Bostic, and also number 5, which is Xavier Mays, a sophomore wideout. I don't know about you, but when I got here, I know our producer Jerry was already here, and our cameramen were already here as well, but there were people waiting at the gate to get in.
Yeah, likewise. I got here just before, I think just a little bit after you did, and there was already a line backed up waiting to get in there.
Well, they needed to, and the one thing that I was hoping that you had done is to park in the parking lot over here, the VIP parking lot, but you parked way over there.
Well, they had a special spot for you in the VIP, and I didn't want to take your spot from it.
That's the kind of caring person you are. You let the planes fly over my house, but at least you'll give me a parking spot. Ready to kick it off? Van Krisseloff, the junior. 95 degrees. We're ready to go, and an onside kick to start things off, and easily fielded and out of bounds. will be Isaiah Billups. And how about Cathedral opening up with an onside kick?
Well, they tried a little trickery there. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. And then with that not working out, they're going to give Brownsburg excellent field position here to start the game.
IHSAA Stevens last week, 7 of 14, 100 yards and a touchdown. Oscar Fry also played in that game, a sophomore. He threw for 135 yards. And it appears it's going to be Oscar Fry getting the start, the sophomore. Fry will hand it off. Running play up the middle. Gain out to near the first down at around the 45 of Cathedral. On the carry, Brady Lewis. So Sumter Bay doesn't start, and neither does Stevens. It'll be Fry and Lewis.
Yeah, they were going with Fry, who had the 3 touchdowns last week for Brownsburg in their win over Dwenger. Coach Hart saw something out of Fry, giving him the start tonight.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down. Fry to throw. Steps up, gets the first down inside the 45, down to about the 42-yard line.
Well, Fry right there, seeing he had the hold. There was nothing there on the passing game. Saw he had the little opening there and gave himself a first down there for Brownsburg.
Well, within the first 40 seconds, John, we have a lot of surprises already.
Yeah, he had the fake on the onside kick there, and Brownsburg already on Cathedral side of the field here, 30 plays in the game.
Fry hands off once again. This time over the left side for Lewis, and Lewis driven back, but he got to about the 36-yard line. It'll be shy of a first down.
Yeah, that's exactly what Brownsburg needed to do. Jump early and already good field position here and driving already early against this Cathedral defense.
By the way, we follow Oscar Fry on Twitter, and he had a great summer. Young man has been to camps all over the country and drawing a lot of praises for his ability to throw the football, so you can kind of get an idea. I think you'd go with either one, Stevens or Fry, and be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Coach Hart likes what he has on both of those players there.
A little bit of a discussion because there was a flag down. They're going to wave it off. A flag went down on the far side of the field, but they wave it off. And so it's going to be now second down and about 5 for the first down.
Yeah, important here. Cathedral here, see if they can get this stop here.
Running back Lewis will set up to the left of Fry. Hand off to Lewis over the left side, and Lewis close to the first down before being driven back.
Yeah, Brownsburg obviously have with their running game continuing to ground it out here on this opening drive against this Cathedral defense. First third down of the game, though.
Kyle Harden, the linebacker, there to make the stop, number 37, and we may have a measurement here for the first down. Well, so far, and again, we got a long way to go in this one, but nice, impressive drive early for the sophomore Fry, and that offensive line really doing a nice job up front.
Yeah, absolutely, grounding it out here in the mid. I think we are going to get a measurement here, but nonetheless, here on third down, you know, you figure to keep the running game going because you got this close here, 2 chances to get, what, maybe 2 chain links or whatever this is going to be. It looks like he's a little short.
Once they stretch it out, we're going to find out, see how good John's eyes are. And they're going to have to take a really close look at this one, aren't they? First down.
By the nose of the football. We're a little far up out here on the press box.
True. I was going to say next time we're going to say, all right, John, you look at it a little closer this time, okay? You're 0 for 1 tonight. First down, Brownsburg. By the way, they got some very good receivers. Alvin Robinson and Brandon Sharp, along with Dante Herzog. See if the young man Oscar Fry will go into the passing mode anytime soon. 10.5 minutes remaining. Fry to throw. Has time over the middle. Ball's going to be caught inside the 25. Still on his feet will be Robinson. First down and more, down to the 19.
Yeah, seeing Fry on that passing game for the first time today and found his man right there and already into the red zone on this opening drive for Brownsburg.
As we mentioned last week, 7 of 9 with 3 touchdowns for Oscar Fry, and that may have really enabled him to get the start tonight as Brownsburg continuing to drive. Brownsburg first down, and the handoff this time over the left side on the carry will be Sumter Bay for his first carry of the night. Here they'll put him down at around the 12-yard line.
Yeah, great play there. Another little 7-yard pickup there. First look we've seen out of Sumter Bay here tonight. And Brownsburg really driving down the field here on this opening drive against this Cathedral defense.
Brady Lewis back in. Quick setup here for Brownsburg as Oscar Fry will check the sideline. We mentioned Fry, just a sophomore, and we've got a stoppage of play, whistles, and looks like that's going to go against Brownsburg, our first penalty of the night.
Yeah, I got a little bit of motion there on the line there. It's going to cost Brownsburg 5 yards.
Now remember, this was a defense last week, gave up over 300 yards, but they really shut Ben Davis down. They could not score.
Yeah, Ben Davis could just get absolutely nothing going until that late score last week.
3rd down and 13. Handoff and a stop immediately right there. Big 99, Aiden Flournoy at 6'3", well over 200 pounds up front, gets the stop. And it's going to be 3rd down at about 8.
Yeah, great job there by the Cathedral defense. And now a big 3rd down in this game.
Brady Lewis barely touched the football before he got stopped, and so Sumter Bay is back in, the 5'11", 175-pound junior. 2 receivers to the near side, hash mark left. Fry checking at the line of scrimmage, see if they'll make the change here with 8 seconds remaining on the play clock. They may have to burn a timeout right here, and Brownsburg will call a timeout. 8:41 remaining, opening period. Brownsburg and the Irish, no score.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners, because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Third down and 7. Football at the 16 of Cathedral. There was some miscommunication on what they wanted to run moments ago, so Oscar Fry with Sumter Bay in the backfield. Fry to throw. Ball's going to be tipped in the air, knocked down. That'll be an incomplete pass. Number 24 coming in, Michael Pugh, the linebacker, 6', 210.
Great job there by Pugh getting to that and batting that ball down, and now we'll see how Brownsburg plays this on 4th and 7. Early decision here for Coach Hart.
It looks like we're perhaps thinking field goal at this stage at about the 23, so this will be a 33-yard attempt. Brownsburg, a promising drive up until the penalty, and then they had to call the timeout. Again, a 33-yard attempt. Plenty of leg on this one, and it is good. Brownsburg on the board first. They lead it 3-0.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
High school football brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. Nothing runs like a Deere. For more information, call 317-849-0810. And by the Morales Group. We're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. For more information, call 317-472-7600.
Well, for the way Brownsburg started that drive, I think Coach Peoples is very satisfied to get out of there with just a field goal for Brownsburg on that opening drive.
Orlando with the line drive kick, and the return by Lockhart. Lockhart cutting back to the middle, 25 out to the 30, possibly 31. Nice return there for Lockhart. First down and 10, Cathedral.
Yeah, good job there for Lockhart, giving his team manageable field position here on their first drive. Now let's see what they can do offensively here.
Cameron Coors last week, 9 of 17, 76 yards, but it was number 3, Jalen Bonds, 25 carries, 162 yards, and a touchdown. We have a feeling he's going to get the call a lot here tonight. That Brownsburg defense, they were as good as anybody last week in their victory over Fort Wayne Dwenger, 45-13. And the handoff, it'll be Bonds trying to bounce to the outside. Does so, gets a hit right there, and dives ahead to the 35-yard line. Bonds good to the inside and the outside. It'll be Chance Whitfield, the senior defensive back, on the stop.
Yeah, nice job there, but Bond really didn't have anything to go there, but managed to find 4 yards there on the opening drive, or on the opening play there for Cathedral.
Second down and 5, football at the 36-yard line. Handoff again, Bonds, this time trying to get over left guard, and will be brought down at about the 39-yard line. We'll see where they spot the football. It's shy of a first down, yard and a half, maybe 2.
Yeah, a rather early third down here for Cathedral. Brownsburg had a pretty good opening drive here. Cathedral does not want to have to go 3 and out and put their defense right back on the field again.
Jackson Harvey split wide to the right, Slaughter to the near side, and this time to throw. Coors, ball caught, first down near the 45-yard line. On the reception, Jackson Harvey, the junior wideout.
Yeah, good job there. He saw he had Harvey. He had Bonds stood up there and saw he had Harvey, and a nice first down there for Cathedral.
Cathedral first chance with the football here tonight. We mentioned Slaughter and Harvey. They've got Albrin Johnson and Alston McDaniel, 4 very good receivers. Handoff right side, not much there. Flag is down.
Yeah, I think it's going to be in the area of holding, I believe. Going to bring it back, I believe.
Jimmy Pappas on the carry, his first carry of the night. They gave Jalen Bonds a chance to rest. That flag came out immediately. So each team now with a penalty in their opening drive.
Yeah, unfortunately there for Cathedral, just a little bit too much hands there, and it's going to cost them 10 yards here.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermaker Local 374 to do the job right the first time.
Well, Cathedral backed up here now on that penalty. Now 1st and 20 here.
Man in motion, handoff, and nowhere to go. That really immediately, Pappas knocked it for the loss of about 3 yards.
Yeah, Brownsburg not fooled there at all. They brought the house there and backed Cathedral up even more here for second down.
Jameer Pendleton, the outside linebacker, the senior at 6'3", 215, getting credit for the sack there. They're going to say back to the 32-yard line. Second down and 22 now for the Fighting Irish. Coors to throw as he looks to the near side. Ball's going to be caught, immediately dropped. Nowhere to go for Albrin Johnson.
Yeah, again, just nothing doing there, and now it's a third and very long situation here for Cathedral. Definite passing situation again.
Chance Whitfield, the senior, making the stop, read it well. So now we're looking at third down at about 19, football at the 35-yard line. Slaughter, the wide out in the slot to the far side. Hash mark left, Coors to throw, has plenty of time. Sideline, far side, and dropped. Devon Slaughter had it. Would have been close to the first down, but he can't hold on to it. And the Fighting Irish will be at 4th down and 19.
Yeah, tough break there. He had the first down, was wide open, and unfortunately just couldn't hang on to the ball there, and it's going to force a punt here for Cathedral.
Brownsburg should get pretty good field position right here. Van Kriseloff, the not only kicker but the punter as well, standing at around his own 21-yard line.
Brownsburg should get pretty good field position again.
Looks like Bostic is deep. That is Drew Bostic, number 11, at his own 29. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. That one off the side of his foot, not a very good kick, and that'll go out of bounds. It took a Brownsburg bounce, and the Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. They are a prestigious healthcare company, and Passion to Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. For more information, contact Passion to Care, 317-537-1811.
Well, very important here for Cathedral if they get off the field here very quickly, because their defense was out there a pretty good amount there on that first drive. Let's see if they can, what they do here this time on the second drive defensively.
Oscar Fry, 6 foot 165 and a sophomore. Back out once again for the Bulldogs. They'll run the football again. This time it'll be Sumter Bay on the carry. May get a yard or two. Not a whole lot there off that right side.
No, Cathedral, the line right there, stopping Sumter Bay for a very minimal gain here. Good job by the Cathedral defense on first down.
One of the first ones in there was Jack Lockhart coming up from his defensive back spot, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Brownsburg very rarely will huddle, everything coming from the sidelines, and Oscar Fry gets him up there quickly. Not a hurry up, but very close. Fry to throw. Out on the flat, ball's caught, 45, 50, trying to cut back upfield, and the ball's knocked out of the receiver's hands and out of bounds, but Sumter Bay able to get the first down, and it's good that he was near the sideline. Otherwise, the way that ball popped up, he very well could have been in play.
Yeah, that's very well, and yeah, luckily for him, like I said, it went out of bounds there, and nice considerable gain here, and once again, Brownsburg's on Cathedral's side of the field.
3-0 Bulldogs. 2nd time they've had the football here tonight. Fry to throw. Great protection. Rolling to his left, and he will safely carry it out of bounds. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Oscar Fry, think about only a sophomore. Didn't see a whole lot of action last year. We mentioned what he did throughout the summer. Really had a lot of very good quarterback camps. And to tuck that under and run it himself is a very smart thing to do.
I was getting ready to say that, yeah, he saw he had nothing there and just made what he could there and get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, a 1-yard gain, where you see a lot of quarterbacks just throw that ball up, and a lot of times it doesn't end up well.
Low snap, handoff will go to Lewis, and Lewis will get about 3 yards on the carry to the 41-yard line. Lewis only a sophomore as well.
Another big 3rd down here for this Cathedral defense. Let's see if they can get the stop here. You figure it's 4-down territory on the side of the field to where Brownsburg is right now.
Tez Virgil will come in, one of the receivers, here to the near side. 3rd down and 6. Fry looking to his right. Still has time. Great protection. Now will carry it himself. And he's going to be close to the first down, near the 37. He had to get to the 36-yard line for the first down.
Yeah, once again, Fry disciplined there, saw he had nothing, didn't want to risk a throw in the air downfield there, and gets his team to a manageable 4th and 1 here, 4th a yard and a half or so.
Let's see if they will punt it away right here and pin Cathedral deep, or will they go for it? It looks like Fry's going to stay out there.
Yeah, I figure this 4-down territory on this area of the field.
So 4th down, Fry, the handoff, and looks like he got the first down. On the carry was Lewis. What made that even more impressive was the blocking back in the backfield with him fell down. He was supposed to be the lead block through that A-gap.
Yeah, unfortunately, once he fell, that gave him the easy first down there, and looks like he had an injured Cathedral player here.
We'll take a timeout. 4:01 to go, opening period, 3-0 Bulldogs.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Took one to the back, looks like, near the kidney. We're back once again here at Cathedral. By the way, we were watching number 99, Aiden Flournoy, and it looks like he caught one near the kidney area, but they're going to bring him out and evaluate him and see how he's going to be.
Yeah, hopefully he took a pretty good pop there in the kidney area, like you said. Hopefully he'll be okay and back out on the field here before too long.
First down and 10, football at the 35. Brownsburg leading it 3-0. Fry, and before he can get the play off, we have a penalty, and this will go against Brownsburg.
Yeah, second penalty there on the second false start penalty here for Brownsburg in this first quarter will back him up 5.
The way that they are acting on that one, and we don't like to point out the offensive lineman's mistakes, but we will anyway. It was Justin Ham, I believe, the left tackle, 6'4", 310. He's a big fella.
That's big boy, yes. That's right.
So now it'll be first down and 15. The football moved back to the 40-yard line. Fry takes the snap, the handoff, run up the middle. Nice play. This time it'll be Lewis, and he's going to get a big chunk of that back to the 28-yard line.
Yeah, Lewis there added about 2 or 3 extra yards there on the end of that play and dragging that tackler, and almost got all 15 of those right there on that first play there and again inside the 30-yard line for Brownsburg.
So Fry and Lewis, 2 sophomores, doing a lot of damage against that Cathedral defense. It'll be second down at about 2. Fry again to throw, looking near side toward the end zone, has a man, ball caught, touchdown.
Well, unfortunately for Cathedral, it looks like the receiver slipped on the coverage, and that allowed the touchdown right there toward the middle of the end zone there, and a quick 2 strikes for Brownsburg.
Avon Robinson with the score. And how about that throw and the touch by your young quarterback, Oscar Fry?
Yeah, definitely. Great job there finding his receiver on the end. Like I believe the defender slipped there, which allowed the last little score there and a 9-0 start for Brownsburg. Just the start they were looking for here in this one.
And Orlando will come on to attempt the extra point. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Bulldogs lead it 10-0.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Want to remind you, you can help make a difference in the student athletes' lives by putting them on the internet on IndianaSRN.org. You can donate by going to our website, hit that donate button. More games will mean more opportunities for the student athletes. So Cathedral, second time they'll get the football here tonight. And we will see a reverse here to the near side across the 20-25 and brought down. It'll be Devon Slaughter. Nice return. And we've already now seen 2 trickery plays here by Cathedral early.
Yeah, that was a trickery play as we're going to look at that last touchdown here for Brownsburg. And you see finding Robinson there. And, yeah, the defender slipped, and Robinson right there alone at the end there for that touchdown for Brownsburg.
Well, but think about that offensive line now for Brownsburg. I mean, they gave Fry a lot of time to throw.
Absolutely, yeah. He had all day back there and disciplined enough to wait until finally he could find Robinson there.
Well, Cathedral in a hole here early. 10-0 your score. Pours the run, should say the quarterback with his running back, Jalen Bonds, right behind him. Fighting Irish. The throw out in the flat, ball will be caught at the 30, 35, out to about the 37 on the reception. Devon Slaughter, who just returned that kick.
Yeah, great job there for the 7 yards. It's going to be very, very important on this drive for Cathedral to make it a time-consuming drive at least, give their defense a little bit of breather, because their defense has been out a lot here in the first quarter.
By the way, it was Xavier Dangerfield who was in the backfield that time for the Fighting Irish. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Coors to throw. Here comes the pressure. Throws to the sideline. He just had to get rid of it because they were coming down on him very quickly. And the first one about ready to get him was Isaiah Billups, the defensive back.
Yeah, the pressure there just had no choice there but to throw that ball out of bounds. And again, Cathedral backed up into a 3rd down here.
So 3rd and 2, they have to get to the 39 for the 1st down. Fighting Irish, they're going to run the football this time. And on the carry, and it's going to be awful close for Jalen Bonds. And from what I can tell, John, he didn't make it.
Yeah, he looks like he's a good yard short here, and this is going to be a very interesting call for Coach Peebles. You're inside your own 40-yard line here, but you're already in a 10-point hole. Let's see what he does here. He's going to be offense out.
Well, they're going to go up under center, and before we do anything, Brownsburg is going to call a timeout right here. 4th down and 1. We'll take a timeout. Bulldogs lead at 10-0.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
A big 4th down and a yard here for the Fighting Irish. They lined up, in fact, the same formation. Coors under center. They'll put a man in motion, and they're going to get a whistle out of it. And what happened there is Devon Slaughter started to cut up field before the snap happened.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, mistimed that count there, and it cost him 5, and now you're going to have no choice but to punt this ball away if you're Cathedral. Tough break there.
Boy, that could be a game changer. I know we're very early in this contest, but if you're Brownsburg and you perhaps go up 17-0 in the opening quarter of play, you're going to get good field position on this one too.
Yeah, that play could loom very, very, very large, as you said, as this game goes on.
Drew Bostic inside his own 30. So another penalty there for the Fighting Irish, and Van Krisseloff will now take a few steps back. He's around his own 17-yard line. Bulldogs able to score on their first 2 possessions. They got the field goal and the touchdown. Oscar Friday, Robinson, and they may feel at this stage if they can put another touchdown on the board, kind of be in the driver's seat this early in this contest. Better kick this time. In fact, a great kick. Inside the 10 and finally down very close to the 9-yard line. We'll put it at the 8.
That's about as good as it could go for Cathedral of having to punt the ball, and they've pinned Brownsburg very, very, very deep in their own territory.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted ally for all your inventory management, warehousing, fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us. Give them a call at 317-396-1023. Well, now the sophomore Oscar Fry, worst field position they've had on their 3rd possession.
And if Cathedral can find a way to pin Brownsburg 3 and out here, that could be a nice little momentum shifter here.
Well, by the way, Fry out of the lineup, and the starting quarterback of what we thought was last week, Yeshua Stevens with the keeper. He'll get a couple of yards out of this one. So interesting that you take Fry out and bring Stevens in.
So it looks like Hart's going to go, like he played the 3 quarterbacks last week. He looks like he's going to go with the dual quarterbacks again in this one.
Stevens last week, 7 of 14, 100 yards and a touchdown. 4 receivers here to the near side for Stevens. Very rare you're going to see an empty backfield in high school football, and that's going to be the case here. They were ready to throw that little screen pass to the outside. They had blockers ahead. Unfortunately, a penalty.
Yeah, he had a little bit of a jump there, and it's going to pin Brownsburg back now about near their 5-yard line here.
I'm always, and again, I'm not a head coach or anything, but I think if I'm staying with Oscar Fry, until he doesn't produce, why not stay with him?
I was a little bit surprised to see him bring Stevens in on this drive. Yeah, the way Fry has been playing, like you said, and we're just going to see what he has here.
Well, they will now go with a single back in the backfield, 2nd down and 12. Stevens to throw, has time again, finds his man. Ball caught at the 15, out to around the 17-yard line. On the reception, that's going to be Brandon Sharp, the sophomore at 5'9", 165.
Great job there by Stevens finding his receiver, and now sets up a 3rd and manageable this time for Brownsburg. Only need about a yard.
1:06 remaining here in the opening quarter. So Stevens getting his first look tonight. They'll run the football. Handoff will go to Lewis. Lewis is going to get the first down and more. Out to the 24-yard line, and now they have that breathing room they were looking for.
Yeah, tough break there for Cathedral. They were hoping to pin them back and force a punt, but yeah, Brownsburg gets the yardage, their first down, and now get a chance to get some more clock here and have that Cathedral defense back out there some more.
Cathedral has another player down, and don't be surprised if that's not a cramp, and that's something we may see a lot here tonight.
Yeah, with the high temperatures, we're probably going to see a lot of that for sure.
We'll take a timeout. 45 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter. Bulldogs lead it 10-0.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Following the injury timeout, Stevens on the carry near side to around the 32-yard line. Might be the final play of this opening quarter.
Yeah, great job there for Stevens, picking himself up 7 yards, and another good gain here for Brownsburg. See if they do get a play off here before the quarter ends.
Very impressed with that Brownsburg offensive line. They just continue to open up holes. 9 seconds. Looks like Stevens will get one more play off here, unless he's just going to try to run this clock out, and they'll just change sides and play it safe, and they will. So the Bulldogs score on their first 2 possessions. We head to period 2. It's Brownsburg 10, Cathedral nothing.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back here at Marian University, ready for period number 2, and we look at the stats in that opening period of play, a little bit lopsided.
Yeah, 116 total yards of offense to Brownsburg to just 22 there for Cathedral. So again, Brownsburg defense getting it done just like they did against Dwenger a week ago.
All right, so here we go, period number 2. Dante Herzog, the 6'4", 200-pound senior, one of the 2 receivers to the near side, hash mark right. Staying in the ball game and throwing to the far sideline. Robinson makes the catch as Stevens showing his strong arm, the senior at 6'2", 190. Well, I tell you what, these 2 guys, how would you like to have these 2 quarterbacks?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it'd be coach's dream if you could have these 2 right there. Great job for him. Find Robinson on that one there, and another first down for Brownsburg.
It reminds me so much of Bishop Chittard. They had a very good senior last year, and they had an excellent sophomore, now steps in this year. They didn't miss a beat, by the way. It'll be a keeper by Stevens over the right side, and he will put his head down at about the 45-yard line. Now, that might be, for Stevens, a really good dual-threat quarterback at 190 pounds.
I was just getting ready to say, when you can have a dual-threat quarterback just like Stevens is showing he can be, that presents even more problems for the defense against him, and it's showing right here on this drive.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4. High snap, Stevens pulls it down, and the handoff, nothing this time for Lewis. He might even lose a yard.
Yeah, I think the high snap there kind of threw off the timing on that play, and it led to a 1-yard loss there. And now a 3rd down. Let's see if Cathedral can get off the field here on this 3rd down.
This is the 3rd possession tonight for Brownsburg. And they'll make changes. Stevens again, 3rd down and 5. Lewis will stay in as the lone setback. Herzog, that big target in the slot to the left. Stevens to throw. Sideline, ball caught. Cutting back to the inside, 45-40, 35-30. Splitting 2 defenders inside the 15. Great catch and run by Robinson, who caught the touchdown earlier, and it was the catch and the play back to the inside.
Yeah, Robinson, great job there on the 48-yard reception, pretty much untouched as we look at the replay here. Just finding Robinson and absolute green ahead of him until the end of the play here, getting 48 yards, and Brownsburg on the drive again.
Bulldogs are going to run it up the middle. This time it'll be 25 Brady Lewis on the carry. And that, by the way, quieting down this Irish crowd. They haven't had much to cheer about so far.
Yeah, definitely. Brownsburg's definitely taking the crowd out of this game so far.
What a night so far again for Robinson. And now Brownsburg behind Stevens. Knocking on the door once again. By the way, Herzog splitting wide to the right side. Lewis, the carry up the middle. That offensive line really pushing Lewis ahead. Might have got him an extra yard or 2, and they're inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Lewis again getting it done there, and Brownsburg can taste the end zone once again in this one. 1st and goal.
Put the football at the 1. See if they'll go back to Lewis once again. Let that big offensive line do the work.
That's 10 carries already in this game for Lewis, so he's getting a bulk of the work so far.
Lewis on the carry, gets hit immediately and driven back. See if he even gets back to the line of scrimmage. One of the first ones there was Gannon Knowles, the linebacker, 6 foot 210.
Yeah, you could tell Cathedral knew that was coming, and they were right there. They were going to say no gain here. Great job by the Cathedral, the goal line stand right there.
I think he's kind of lucky to get back to where he was. They were in there quick. So now it'll be 2nd down and goal. Again, football at the 1-yard line. They'll reset left to right. Stevens fakes right, goes left into the end zone, 1 yard out, and the score. And Brownsburg on the board again. And they lead it 16-0.
Yeah, Stevens saw that the line was jammed up again, so he decides, I'll just take this in myself. And once again, as you said, 6 more points for Brownsburg. Putting some distance here between them and Cathedral here in the first half.
By the way, you can take the points away because it was against Brownsburg. I did not see the penalty until just this moment.
Yeah, I didn't see a flag go down either, Troy, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, tough break and 6 points off the board for Brownsburg. Let's see if that's a turning point in this game, if Cathedral can keep them out of the end zone now.
Well, there's one thing you just don't like to do, and that's take points off the board.
Yeah, those penalties, those will just, yeah.
So we'll move the football back to about the 6-yard line, and now we have whistles again. And we've got a delay of game, I do believe. Nope, it's going to be another penalty against Brownsburg motion.
Yeah, you have to wonder if that penalty got it to them a little bit. Now they're getting a little anxious there on the line. That's their 5th penalty committed here in the first half.
Boy, put a little asterisk next to that, John, because look at this. You had it at the 1, you had the score, and now you've been moved back 10 yards to the 11-yard line. 3rd and 11. Stevens, the quarterback keeper. Stevens will dive ahead to about the 5. He got 6 back on that one. See if they'll go ahead and go for it right here at 4th down and 5.
Well, you pretty much had your way in the first half. Your Cathedral defense is probably tired out there. They've been out there a long way. I'm Coach Hart. I'm leaving the offense out there.
Brandon Sharp checking back into the lineup as the wide out to the left. Robinson in the slot to the left. 3rd down, and the handoff up the middle. Touchdown, pretty much all by himself. Brady Lewis, and they'll officially call it a 6-yard score. And they got it back, and that's impressive to lose it and come back and get it.
Great discipline there, yeah, definitely for Brownsburg, and having Lewis decide it there for the touchdown, and yeah, great response there.
So now the extra point attempt. Orlando back in once again. He's been busy so far tonight. He is a junior. Good snap, good placement. Kick is up, and it is good. 8:10 remaining before halftime. Bulldogs 17 and Cathedral nothing.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Back once again here at Marian University, and the Irish have not had much to cheer about in this first half. And what was impressive again about Brownsburg right there is you got the touchdown taken away. You have 2 straight penalties, and yet you still were able to score and make it 17-0.
Yeah, absolutely. And, they were told on the sideline, they're like, we lost points, but let's just go back out there, play our game that we've done the first half. Don't worry about it, put it behind you, and that's exactly what they did.
Orlando puts this one high in the air, driving the return man inside the 5-yard line, across the 15, 20, 25, and brought down. Johnson on the return there for Cathedral. And I thought I saw the way the players were reacting right there. They might have had a penalty, but I don't see one now. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Fighting Irish. Got to get this offense going. And by the way, when you think about Jalen Bonds, he has been held pretty much in check tonight. He hasn't had much of an opportunity, but if you keep getting further behind, the less he's going to carry the football.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot more of the passing game here as this game goes on, as you said, and it's very, very important to somehow, some way for Cathedral put on a time-consuming drive here.
So 1st and 10 for the Fighting Irish. Here's Bonds on the carry, finds a hole right side, 35 near the 37-yard line. Should be a first down on that carry.
Yeah, Bonds has been held down so far. Let's see if that run right there for the first down will be the spark that he needs to get this offense going for Cathedral.
Well, you'll notice, too, that the Fighting Irish are now lining up one of their tight ends in the backfield as Alston McDaniel's used as an extra blocker. Try to open up that running attack. Now they'll change that formation once again. They'll fake the handoff, look to throw down the middle of the field. They've got a man ball caught, 30, 35, and brought down. Great catch. Devon Slaughter in stride, able to haul that one in.
That may be finally the boost that Cathedral needs right there. Great job there as you look at the replay right here. Down the field, open man, and inside the 30-yard line. Cathedral's in business for the first time on offense.
By the way, that was Amari Moore, the quarterback, stepping in. That time for Coors to get the first down and more. The handoff and nowhere to go for Jalen Bonds. He goes down immediately.
Yeah, great job there for the Brownsburg defense, holding Bonds to no gain, it looks like, on first down here for Cathedral.
Eli Richardson there to make the stop. Adam Ayers coming out of the lineup now for the Fighting Irish. Alston McDaniel back in. First real opportunity now for the Fighting Irish here today. Coors will reset. His tailback, Bonds to his right. Coors to throw, fires, ball's caught at the 5. Touchdown.
Great job going to the passing game here on this drive, and the passing game gets it done here and gets Cathedral back in this football game.
Jackson Harvey, the junior wideout, hauling that one in, and that was a bullet. What a throw there by the quarterback, Cameron Coors.
Yeah, great job there. Receiver, and now trying to make it a 10-point game here. Although they look like they're going for 2 here.
Yeah, I think they're going to set that up and bring the kicker back over. Krisaloff will attempt the extra point, trying to make this now a 10-point contest. Good snap. The kick is up, and it's good. 6:33 remaining, period 2. Bulldogs lead at 17-7.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
4 plays and 72 yards for the score, and a nice way for the Fighting Irish to come back and get a touchdown, and boy, they did it quickly too.
Yeah, they really, really needed something on that drive. Brownsburg's pretty much controlled that entire first half, and great job there to get that touchdown. And let's see if that's a little bit of a momentum swing here in Cathedral's favor here.
Well, the fans finally something to cheer about. They were sure wondering when are they going to put some points on the board here tonight, and they finally do. And give credit, though, to Amari Moore, the sophomore who threw that strike to get the first down and then set it up for the touchdown.
Yeah, great job bringing him in there as well. Ran a little, I don't know if you want to call that a trick play, but I don't know if Brownsburg expected to see him out there, and so great job there to bring him in there.
So the Bulldogs will get it back unless we see an onside kick like we saw to begin the game, and we will. It did not go 10. It's going to be picked up. Brownsburg able to score on this one. Will it backfire to the 5? Touchdown, Bulldogs. Joey Spagnuolo. How about that? You try the onside kick, and it basically blew up in your face on that one.
I know they were trying to ride the momentum with the kick there, but I mean, obviously hindsight, that might be one you just want to kick it down the field. I know Brownsburg's kind of had their way with the offense, and unfortunately for Cathedral, it didn't end up paying off in this time.
Well, now the officials are getting together as you see the replay right there. But the ball did not go 10, and that should be a free ball right there to pick up and score.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the defender has the right to pick it up. I think it's just an offensive player that can't touch it. Let's find out here.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be an interesting discussion here as we await to see what the official's going to say. I think they're going to take the points away.
I think it's one of those. I don't know if that's actually, I don't know if you can advance it. I think you just be able to recover it and not advance the ball.
Interesting. Well, there's now another score taken away from the Bulldogs, but I thought if the ball didn't go the full 10 yards and it bounces up and you take it, you can take off.
Yeah, I thought, but that might be one of those rules in high school. It must be one of those things you can't advance it. You can only so.
Well, if I'm the Bulldogs, I want that rule changed right now.
That's the only thing I can think that they would be calling right here.
Joy Spagnuolo.
And you look at the replay again, taking it to the house, but unfortunately it's going to come off the board for Brownsburg.
Well, Joy's not happy, and he shouldn't be. We're not happy. Well, I mean, I didn't care either way, but that's kind of fun. You don't see that very often. You don't see two onside kicks very often either in the first half. Well, Brownsburg will take over. Excellent field position. And staying in the ball game on the carry will be Stevens left side at the 20 and brought down a shoestring tackle. And the Fighting Irish almost gave up a quick score. Owen Reyes there to get the stop.
Yeah, Reyes with the important shoestring tackle there because Stevens, that was 6 points right there if that shoestring tackle doesn't go down there. And again, Brownsburg in the red zone.
Well, they are coming back very quickly again. Sumter Bay is in the backfield. He'll take it right side, and he will be brought down after a short gain. Big number 90, one of those, Vince Evans, able to get the stop there for the Fighting Irish. It'll be second down at about 8.
Yeah, Sumter Bay, minimal gain there for Cathedral, and let's see if the defense can keep Brownsburg off the board this time.
Sumter Bay stays in as the lone setback. Stevens to throw to the near side. Up for grabs, and there was a lot of contact. They'll say incomplete. Pass intended on the near side there for Brandon Sharp. Reyes on the coverage.
Yeah, Reyes with the good coverage there. Sharp unable to come down with that, and again, another third down coming up for Brownsburg.
I don't think they mind, do you? They just seem to be, like that. We don't care if it's third or fourth down.
Yeah, they've been marching down the field, yeah.
So here we go, third down. Stevens did not get the start, but he stays in as the quarterback on this series. Sumter Bay, the lone setback, will move him to his left. Handoff, Sumter Bay, right side, tries to cut it back. He's going to be well shy of a first down.
Now let's see if Coach Hart keeps his offense out here, 4th and 4, or if he's just going to take the three-point attempt. See how he plays this here.
Well, I don't know about you, but it's still hot and humid, and if I were one of those players, it's still hot down there. It's going to be a tough ball game no matter what. These guys are going to get winded by the end of the night. 4th down. They'll check to the sidelines once again. Stevens will have Sumter Bay directly behind him. Low snap, Stevens to throw. Toward the end zone, has a man picked off though. Inside the 10, intercepted. Aiden Chase on the INT there for the Fighting Irish and a big stop.
I'm not sure if Stevens saw Chase there defensively, but Chase right there, great anticipation, and it stalls the drive out for Brownsburg and Cathedral a chance. We look at the replay here. Saw a little bit of a low snap there as well, and I really don't think Stevens saw Chase there, and Chase there for the pick.
Well, you talk about those safeties who read the quarterback's eyes, and he read it about as good as you're going to. So now, Fighting Irish, a little momentum going their way, down by 10. Still plenty of time on the clock. Coors back in at quarterback. First down and 10 at the 16. Boy, Irish get a touchdown here, right back in this thing. They've been behind the entire first half. And now we have whistles, and that's going to go against the Fighting Irish. We have seen a lot of motion penalties tonight. Why is that?
Yeah, that's one thing. You know, as early in the season, you would think it's still a little bit of a work in progress here, and I have a feeling the coaches are definitely going to be addressing that this week in practice.
But they've been in camp since July.
Yes.
Okay, your point. Here's the throw to the near sideline. Ball will be caught. Here comes that swarming defense. Nowhere to go. The pass to Albrin Johnson, but he got swarmed under quickly.
Yeah, great job by the Brownsburg defense. Absolutely nowhere to go on that one. And it's 2nd and long here for Cathedral.
Let's call it 2nd down and 15. Brownsburg would love to get one more shot at it right here if they can hold the Fighting Irish. Coors, handoff, and it'll be number 6, or I should say number 3, Bonds on the carry. Bonds last week, again, 162 yards. What does he have tonight?
He's held to 20. Brownsburg's done a great job. They've held him to 22 yards so far tonight on the ground on 6 carries.
Wow. That's big.
Yeah.
That is big. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 9. We still have 3:47 to go here in the first half. Bonds in motion. Swing pass. Bonds, his helmet comes off, and he's going to go down. Now, I know some of the Fighting Irish crowd are upset about that, but his helmet just came off, and by the time the reaction to stop the play, it was a little bit too late, and he did not get hurt on that, but he is brought down. And Jameer Pendleton, the outside linebacker, gets credit for the stop.
Yeah, that's one of those things. I'm all for safety in the game here, but that defender, he was coming. You can't just stop. I mean, you can. I think the officials realize that, and I think we made a good decision not to throw the flag there.
Well, there is one down now. Oh. See it?
It does.
See, I don't think I agree with that call because the helmet came off and the defender was coming. He couldn't stop.
Yeah, that's why I said you can't just stop like mid-motion like that, and that's why I like to say I'm all for safety in the game, but, I mean, you got to have a middle ground.
I'd love to see that again, whether if the helmet came off, maybe that's where they called the penalty, but that's tough if you're Brownsburg. It'll be at the 31-yard line. That would have been a heck of a stop right there for this Brownsburg defense. But the penalty will give the Fighting Irish a 1st down. Coors in the backfield as the quarterback. It'll be handoff around the left side. On the carry is Slaughter. He'll get about 4 on this one. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, Slaughter there, and thanks to that penalty there, Cathedral able to keep this drive going. Slaughter picking up a medium-sized gain there for Cathedral on 1st down.
We thought this would be a sellout here tonight, and as we mentioned, everybody is here. There is not a place to sit because it is now standing room only. 2nd down, Coors fakes the handoff, looks to throw. Here comes the pressure. Coors will just get rid of it. He had 3 Bulldogs coming down on him pretty hard right there.
Yeah, absolutely nowhere to go there for Coors. And we're going to have a little bit of talk. Are they going to throw a flag for grounding here?
I thought he was outside the pocket. By the way, it was 44, Hunter Childs at 6 foot 220, breathing down his throat, ready to get him for a sack.
Yeah, and then they're going to wave off the grounding here.
Yeah, I thought he was outside the pocket on that one. So it'll be 3rd down and 7. There's still time here for Brownsburg to get the football back if they can get a stop right here and perhaps force a punt.
Brownsburg did have to use 2 of their timeouts in the first quarter, so they do only have 1 timeout remaining.
So Cameron Coors on 3rd down and 7. Pappas is the setback, so Bonds looks like he is out of the lineup for the moment. Coors to throw. Here comes the pressure again. Looking downfield, nobody is there, and he just has to get rid of it. If you went and looked downfield, John, everybody was covered.
Yeah, there was absolutely nowhere to go at all for Coors there. Great job by the Brownsburg defense, and in this field position, I think Cathedral's going to have to punt this football away.
Boy, 2.5 to go. By the way, today's game brought to you in part by Dynamark. If you're looking to elevate your brand, choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. They've been serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Give them a call at 317-328-2555.
I do want to say great discipline there for Brownsburg. They got that penalty there, whether it was the right call or not, but they've stayed disciplined and still force a punt here out of all that for Cathedral.
It was an excellent punt the last time. Let's see if this will take a Irish bounce, and it will inside the 20 and all the way. And we got a flag that comes down for some reason right here. Ball will be down at the 16-yard line. This might be a sideline infraction here.
I was wondering if there was some player on the side that went over into the field of play, and I wonder if that is indeed what they're going to call.
I think it might have been several after looking down there. Halftime, we'll try to get you updated on some of the scores. We mentioned if Steve Downing, the AD at Marian University, is able to join us, we'll talk with him at halftime, and it will be a sideline violation penalty here on. We're just going to give him a warning this time. It's like driving too fast. You get the warning first, and then we'll throw a penalty.
And I like that. Give a team a warning first. Don't just automatically throw an unsportsmanlike. Give them a warning. Give them a chance. Then if it happens again, then. But yeah, I like that move.
Well, Oscar Fry is back in, the sophomore, after the interception by IHSAA Stevens. And now the officials are going to get together, at least two of them. By the way, by next week, we're supposed to see our temperatures actually drop by Monday.
And I'm ready.
I think a lot of people are. We've got a timeout on the field right here. 2:16 remaining here in the first half. And this might be, oh no, don't tell me they saw lightning.
I believe that's what it is, Troy.
We will have a delay because somebody saw some lightning. And that means everybody has to clear out, and we'll put 30 minutes on there, and that means we'll have to wait 30 minutes before we get going again. And I have a feeling it is the storm that's to the east of us right there. How come we're up here on the press box high, we can't see, but they do?
That they saw, somebody out there saw it, yeah, and I think we've got one cell out here to the east of us that has been looking a little treacherous, and sure enough, that's the one I believe that's got the warning or the delay here.
So again, they're going to have every fan leave the stadium, which means that it's going to take them a little bit of time just to get out of here because this place is full. And can you imagine now what they're going to try to do? They want them to go to their cars, or they can stay probably. There's not enough room, I think, underneath the stands. So this is quite – we saw this in softball. We saw this in baseball. It's a little bit different. You don't have as many fans, but this is a little more tough to get all these people out of here.
Yeah, it's going to be a limited door there with all the fans there. But great job here by Marian University, though, keeping pretty much order and the fans.
Well, we've had an exciting one here tonight. Again, with Brownsburg able to jump out ahead early 17-0, and they were going to get the football back here with 2:16 remaining, and you saw the sophomore Oscar Fry come back out as they continue to platoon the quarterbacks between Stevens and Fry. And John, they had plenty of time to get down there and score again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're looking at 2:16 on the clock, and the way Brownsburg has marched on down the field here, 84 yards, 2:16, that's plenty of time for them to make this a three-score game once again.
So we're going to take a timeout here in a couple of moments, and again, it's a 30-minute every time they see a lightning bolt, and that means you add another 30. And we are at the mercy now of the weather. We just kind of wait and see what happens. And we thought at some point after looking at the forecast, they said late tonight. My late tonight is anything past 9 o'clock. So that probably fell within my jurisdiction of a late night. So it's probably my fault. But we're going to go ahead and we'll take a break. We'll come back and give you an update as soon as we get one here from Marian University. 17-7, 2:16 remaining in the first half in a lightning delay.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, President of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Train Lane was the king of horse colors. He's in the Hall of Fame. Old Dick Night Train Lane. You didn't even know that, did you, Joe?
All fans, please leave the stadium at this time. Return to your cars or go under the home side bleachers. All fans, please exit.
Never miss a big game by downloading the IHSAA TV app for free on any device. For your iPhone or Apple TV, check the App Store. On your Android or Android TV device, load up the Google Play Store. Have a Roku or Amazon Fire Stick? We have the app for you. Check us out on Facebook Live, Twitter, or YouTube Live by searching for IHSAA TV. Or as always, click to IHSAATV.org for quick and easy access to your favorite IHSAA live and archived events.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marian University requests that you exit the bandstands at this time. Marian University requests you exit the grandstands and field at this time.
as we await this lightning delay. We're going to switch and give you some extra coverage from our Evansville Memorial game. Evansville Memorial is playing Evansville North, and we'll get back to the Brownsburg Cathedral game as soon as the lightning delay is over. Hope you enjoy this extra coverage.
Miscommunication there with the handoff, and the quarterback keeps it. The ball squirts free for a moment by Tenbarge, and then Tenbarge is able to pick it back up. He was looking to hand it off his left hip, but nobody was home.
Liam Brown, another tackle for loss.
They lose 3 on the opening play of this drive, 2nd and 13. Clock moving inside of 3 minutes. Each team has 2 timeouts to work with here in the first half. Tenbarge sets the throw quickly near side, incomplete. Hunter Skelton was the receiver. And now it's 3rd and 13. So the Tigers thinking, hey, force another punt, good field position, maybe one more score.
Yeah, J.J. Lowry there, right defensively. And we said North 8th possession. Memorial's had the ball 7 times.
So 3rd and 13. They have to get to the 40-yard line. There's some miscommunication here by the Tigers, or by the North offense. Play clock is at 5 seconds. And they will burn a timeout. Head coach Joey Paradine right before the play clock expires. 3rd and 13 when we come back.
Rock-A-Bar for breakfast, featuring all your tasty morning favorites. Rock-A-Bar for lunch with daily plate specials plus full menu. Rock-A-Bar for dinner, featuring Evansville's favorite pizza, spaghetti, lasagna, and more. Join us Tuesdays at 7 as Trivia Night. Rock-A-Bar, oh yeah.
Hey Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons, like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
All right, 3rd and 13 for North as they just used their 2nd time out of the half. At the very least, they're hoping to move the football a bit.
Well, the guy keeping the possession charts are earning their money tonight on the sidelines for both teams.
See what Coach Paradine comes up with here out of the timeout. They want a screen pass. Caught her on the line of scrimmage and brought down past the 30. They went with the quick hitter. Does not work out. I think that was Evan Garnett on the reception. It'll be 4th and roughly 6 or 7. North will punt. And the Tigers are going to get it back with about 1:45 or so and 2 timeouts to operate with. We saw them last week, Mike, run the 2-minute drill to perfection in that first half against Jasper.
Yeah, this will be the 7th punt. Brady Combs, good hustle play from his defensive tackle position to come back and make the tackle.
Elsperman and Dockery, the return men. North letting that play clock wind down as much as they can, which is at 3 seconds. There's the snap. Punt is away. Middle of field. Tigers back away from it. And a very good roll for North. Right to the 20-yard line. Again,
46-yard punt after the roll.
And hope you stick with us during our halftime show. We'll come back, have a quick scoring recap of this first half, and then Tucker Smith will be your host alongside Aaron Smith, the Memorial principal. So stay tuned for that conversation. Dockery sets up here near side as the lone receiver, trips to the far side. Kendrick in the backfield with Fisher. Fisher's going to move toward the Tigers sideline. He'll heave it. Long pass attempt, and it sails over Anslinger, who does have a 23-yard touchdown catch tonight. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Brady Combs in there offensively now for the Tigers on the line.
Same formation again here for the Tigers on the 2nd down. In the pocket, Fisher grabbed around the waist and he throws it. They're going to rule it as an incomplete pass. The ball rolling between the hash marks. He got rid of it just in time. According to our officials, does stop the clock with 1:21, and now the Tigers staring at a 3rd down and 10.
Good pressure that time by the interior of the North defense, that 3-man front, battling against that offensive line. They won it that time. Fisher had nowhere to go with the ball.
Well, they wind the clock as if it wasn't an incomplete pass. Maybe his knee was down before he released the football. And now North jumps off sides thanks to the hard count from Fisher, and the Tigers get a free 5.
Just their 3rd penalty for 22 yards. The Tigers have 3 as well for 27.
It's been a back and forth game. North scored first. About 4 minutes in, the Tigers scored 14 straight. North scored to tie the game at 14. The Tigers have our most recent score on the Fisher 3-yard touchdown run. 3rd and 5. Looking for the screen. Fisher flushed, throws too high for Kendrick. There is a flag in the middle of the field thrown by our umpire.
Good pressure being applied by the Huskies. Baron Briscoe. See what the flag is. Legal man downfield.
So North will decline that, and now the Tigers will have to punt it back to the Huskies. They have just 1 timeout to work with, and they'll have less than a minute to operate.
This will be the Memorial Tigers' 4th timeout. Or fourth punt,
yeah.
4th punt.
They had just 1 punt all last week.
In fact, this will be the 11th punt of the game for both, adding up both squads.
Well, North hoping either Hoppy or Rucker can do something with this Fisher punt. What was Fisher's longest tonight? 55 yards? Is that what he kicked?
Yes.
His average in his career right around 35 yards per kick. He gets away a booming kick, spiraling all the way back to the 20-yard line. And it bounces right at the 20 before it's down by the Tiger. Well, that was a beautiful kick by Fisher.
45-yarder.
And so now we'll see how aggressive North wants to get with it. 49 seconds and 1 timeout. Now Tucker Smith, he'll have a full rundown of our scoreboard at halftime, but a couple of teasers here. Castle leads Mater Dei 24-7 at half, and Wright's blanking Vincennes 14-0 at half. 1 second quarter score, Harrison leading Jasper at Jasper 20-13.
Well, the Tigers, I think, have 2 timeouts left.
They do.
So you can't take a knee. You got to run a play. And the question is, will the Tigers elect to call these timeouts on defense? All depends on how the 1st and 10 plays goes for Evansville North.
North will get the football to start the 3rd quarter.
And Evansville North, one of 32 5A schools. Memorial dropped from 4A to 3A, one of 62 3A schools.
With a man in motion, they give it to Rucker. And he almost lost that ball as he was able to run for 3 yards. Clock still moving inside of 40 seconds. Memorial not using a timeout.
Bryant on the tackle.
I'm going back over. Come on, guys.
North will run at least one more play here. Tinbarge gives it back to Rucker, has a seam, and he is undercut, short of the 30. Looks like he's about a yard shy of the first down. He got 7, needed 8. And it's 3rd and 1 with 10 seconds left in the opening half. See if North runs one more play, if they're content with heading into halftime. And they will send it to halftime. So an entertaining first 24 minutes here at North High School. Back and forth battle. And the Tigers right now enjoying a 7-point halftime lead. Our halftime show comes your way next, brought to you by Royal Express Car Wash here on IndianaSRN.
Carezzo Landscape has provided landscape services to customers in the Evansville area for over 20 years. The company started small in the late 1990s and has grown to where it is today because of a devoted effort to provide quality and personable service. The goal of our staff is to consistently meet and exceed our customers' expectations while adding value to each property we visit. Call us today at 812-853-6868 for all your landscape needs.
A Rights Memorial education is now more affordable than ever. If you fit within certain income guidelines, you could receive over $6,000 of tuition assistance. Find out if you qualify for an Indiana School Choice Scholarship or other tuition assistance opportunities. Your child, your money, your choice. Visit rightsmemorial.org/tuition-assistance for more information.
Since 1973, People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet has been operated by 3 generations of the Flitner family. From Stan Sr. to Stan Jr., and now Stan's daughter Susan and her husband Jacob. For the last 50 years, customer service and quality home furnishings has been their goal. Other furniture stores may come and go, but People's Furniture and Mattress Outlet will show you how easy it can get for the next 50 years.
People's Furniture and Mattress Outlets, how easy can it get?
Evansville's original pizza since 1955? Why, it's Rocca Bar Pizza, of course. 17 incredible specialty pizzas. Mega Meat, Chicken Barbecue, Rocco Pesto, and Bacon Cheeseburger. Or how about Quesadilla, Chicken Bacon Ranch, Hawaiian Margarita around the world, and their breakfast pizza. Plus all your favorites. Oh yeah, don't forget about their signature salad. It's like none other. Dine in, carry out, or catered. Rediscover Evansville's original and still the best Rocca Bar Pizza.
Welcome back to our Royal Express Car Wash halftime show. Your score, Memorial 21, North 14. And let's go through our scoring recap from half number 1. The Huskies got on the board after a muffed punt from Elsterman, set them up at the 11-yard line. They go 3 plays, 11 yards in a minute and 6 seconds. Avier Mitchell with a 2-yard rushing touchdown made it 7-0 North with 8:23 to go in the first quarter. Tigers then tied the game late first quarter with 41 seconds. It was a 23-yard touchdown pass from Matthew Fisher to Max Anslinger, his first touchdown catch of the season, capping off a 4-play, 35-yard drive in 38 seconds. Memorial took the lead with 7:05 to go in the second quarter. Fisher a 1-yard touchdown run, finishing off a 7-play, 70-yard drive in 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Didn't last very long, though, because North responded 1 play, 67 yards, and cruising to the end zone, a 67-yard rushing score from Rucker. It was a 14-14 tie with 6:50 to go in the second quarter. And our final score of the half came from Matthew Fisher, a 3-yard touchdown run with 3:17 to go in the second quarter. 21-14 Tigers. That was a 3-play, 29-yard drive with 53 seconds taken off the clock. I want to welcome in newer audience right now, as we're told a couple of our streams up in Indianapolis is showing the feed of this Memorial and North game because of a lightning delay in the Indy area. So thanks for joining us here at halftime. As coming up next, it'll be Tucker Smith, your host, alongside Aaron Smith, the Memorial principal. That conversation comes your way next. Tigers by 7 here at recess.
Darby here at Hyundai of Evansville. We love this community and we love these hot deals that we are offering. Like low prices on the new 23 Santa Fe's, now get an additional $2,500 rebate when you finance with Hyundai Motor Finance and get 3-year free maintenance and America's best warranty.
So if you're in the market for a new vehicle, stop in and let us show you some love.
Right here at Hyundai of Evansville, where credit is never a deal breaker.
Where nobody walks away because everybody saves.
Why do our students love Wrights Memorial?
Because I can grow stronger on the field and in my faith. I believe in my teammates. I believe in my classmates. And through Christ, I believe I can accomplish anything.
Come live your faith at Wrights Memorial.
Hello and welcome back to Bundrant Stadium here at the campus of North High School, where you're watching Memorial Tiger football live on IndianaSRN. I'm your halftime host, Tucker Smith. Guest here, Principal Aaron Schmidt. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, Tucker?
Good, good. Well, first and foremost, you knew I was going to say it. Happy birthday. I know that's way too personal for you to let people know that, but happy birthday.
Well, I appreciate that. There wasn't a 25-foot tall inflatable Bumble, the inflatable snowman like last year from that. So, but still very appreciative of that. The kids sang me happy birthday just a minute ago when I first got here, and so always very appreciative of that. I know the community always makes me feel welcome and cared for. So
good. Well, how's so year 3 as principal? I know the first year, little nerves, little up a bit.
Always, right?
Then second year, we kind of got in groove a little bit. So now you're expert, veteran level now, right?
Yeah.
3 years in.
Hardly. I mean, I don't know that you ever get comfortable in these kinds of positions. There's always something new, always a new opportunity you're looking to, try to capitalize on. There's always a different opportunity. There's always, challenges and always great things about every year. But I feel good this year.
Good.
I think, kind of year 3, I know Mr. Mosek, our former president, kind of always said, hey, by the time you get into year 3, you're going to kind of have your feet underneath you and feel pretty good about it. And I think that's definitely true this year. I feel a little bit more settled than I have the past couple of years.
Good. So how's the school year going?
Real good. I was telling our faculty the other day just how, we have all these great things going on at the school. Right? Core values is such a great thing that we're kind of trying to bring back to the school and trying to talk about how we live those core values from Brothers of Lacrosse. Kind of started the work last year, started moving on to this year with really living those out. And I keep telling our faculty, one of my favorite things that I'm seeing this year is that whenever I'm talking to kids in the hallway and asking them, hey, who's educating your hearts and minds, right? One of our core values, especially for our teachers at the school, and I'm asking them who's educating your hearts and minds, and they're saying they're always telling me, they're giving me 50 different answers throughout the course of the day. And that's wonderful because that means all of our teachers, which it takes all of our teachers to reach all of our kids. So.
Sure, absolutely. And, with that, I know a big part of the Brothers of Holy Cross, is kind of stemming from the tradition that we had of the brothers teaching there at school. And I know Brother Eugene obviously was a massive impact on you and a lot of students there at Memorial. Myself included, just from working summer crew.
Yeah.
So, but with that, the tradition and everything else, 100-year celebrations that are going on. So lots going on this year.
Yeah. So you're talking about obviously brother Eugene and Brother John were both there when I was there. I was lucky enough this summer to get to go up to Holy Cross with a group of 7 students. Mrs. Kale, our theology department chair, and myself were able to go up to Holy Cross and spend a week up there at a Holy Cross Leadership Conference for students. And so we got to go up there for the week. They got to stay on campus. Brother Bob was great. He hosted us. He made us feel very welcome. And they got to learn and meet, kids from all over the United States. We had kids from Connecticut that were at Holy Cross schools, kids from Maryland, kids from Chicago, Ohio, kind of the Midwest region. And so we're really excited about that. The brothers came down. They did our professional development for our faculty. They did our faculty retreat this past year. Dr. Tim Tagliafieri is going to be down during the course of the school year talking about what does it mean to be a Holy Cross school? How do you live out those core values as an educator, as a student? How do you bring that mission and that work to life? Because with the brothers not being there, it's our job. It's our job of us, the students, the faculty, the administration, make sure we keep those things alive.
Sure. Well, I think some people kind of have the question of obviously brothers were always at that school to begin with, but, how did they go away or why did they go away, and then why are we bringing them back into the fold? And I think one of the cool things, especially from faculty retreat this summer, was having that relationship with Cathedral High School up in Indy.
Yeah.
That's kind of why we're bringing this back together, so you kind of have that network of schools to be able to talk to and kind of bounce ideas off of and be like, this worked, but this didn't kind of thing, and kind of use those things. And obviously, we're all different schools, but it's nice to be able to kind of bounce ideas off of other schools like that.
Yeah, and I mean, you're exactly right. That's really one of the best things. I mean, our kids got the network, and it's great experience for our kids. You're talking about moving into professional careers and their environments they're going to do afterwards, and how do you network with others, and how do you establish those relationships, and those kinds of things as well. And they learned all kinds of really cool traditions, whether it was, Gilmore Academy from Ohio, or whether it was, Holy Trinity or St. Ed's. There's all kinds of schools that are all over, Holy Cross schools that you can learn from. But one of the things that we felt was really important for us was, Memorial's been around for 100 years, right? And everybody's got this idea of like what Memorial is in our mind. Your class of 2013, yep. Right? So, okay, I couldn't remember 13, 14. I'm sorry about that.
Right.
So, everybody has this idea of what it means to be a Memorial student. But
sure.
how do you kind of put that together in a list that whether you graduated in, 1925, or whether you graduated in 1950, 75, or 2000, or 25, how do you tie those core things together that no matter where you graduated when you went to Memorial, no matter what time frame, you know the same things. You know what it is to be a Memorial student
sure.
because of the legacy that the brothers and the sisters of Providence left at that school, the things that they imparted on our student body.
Yeah, kind of have that common goal.
Yeah.
Right. So I think that's important, and I'm happy that we're bringing that back, and I think it's important that alumni and all of our community members know that.
Okay, we got an update. Welcome back here to Marian University, and what we have now is a delay into a postponement until tomorrow. So they'll start their warm-ups, John Lester, at noon, and then they'll resume play at 12:30. They'll play that last 2 minutes, and then we'll play the rest of the game. But that's what weather does to you this time of year.
Yeah, the good old Indiana weather, and we had a feeling this might happen with the thunderstorms they've been predicting and with as hot as humid as it was today, we had a fear about this coming in. So, yeah, it'll be in, and I'm interested to see with this delay, does anybody come out with like an edge now? It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out with this. What's it going to be, 17-hour delay, I guess?
Yeah, and I've been through these before where you've had it on a Friday night and then you had to come back. The good news is it's not that far to go with Brownsburg. It's not like you're traveling 45, 50 minutes, in some places even longer, to have to go home and return and do it again tomorrow. So we'll be curious to see. But, again, we will be back here tomorrow. And, again, they'll be out here ready to go at noon. We'll be on the air at 12:30. For the entire staff, thank you, and thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow right here on IndianaSRN.